Okay, so whenever you're ready, Grant.
Okay. Opening scene, we see an outline of a man lying face down on the floor in what appears to be a prison cell. We hear him cry out in pain. External midday pack. Music, you get what you give when your records plays. Then we cut to a different shot of the local city, showing the thriving city life begins. Music fades slowly until silent. Hand shot for a small park filled with random groups of people. Several close-up shots of different groups of people follow. As the shot begins, a voiceover begins. We hear the voice, but the person speaking isn't identified immediately.
Have you ever witnessed such a feeble bunch? Crackheads, computer nerds, posh sorts, idle students. Every day we face the same old unfortunate pathetic crap that makes my skin crawl.
A variety of close-up, mid and long shots continue to create an elusive beginning.
How can you smile at that? Just don't smile. Only smile when something good is coming your way. Something that you can really get your teeth into. You need to learn to be approachable, but at the same time be able to pounce at any given moment.
We see 3 people sat on the ground in the corner of the park. Aesthetically, they appear harmless and like an everyday group of friends. One is much more difficult to make out and doesn't become identifiable. Cut to a mid-shot of 2 of the friends sat fairly close to each other.
I'll admit it, I'm struggling to understand.
Listen to what he's saying.
You could take whatever view you wish. I just see the world much clearer than you.
You knew. He has the ability to take control. He's helped me out a lot. I was lost. I had no direction, like I've told you before.
I'm learning.
He nods in a direction to signal an approaching girl. This one here.
This one here.
A girl walks past the group. The camera spots her before joining the group.
She's needy. She likes to be controlled. She'll do anything just to be loved, sadistic as they come.
You can tell that just from her appearance.
She looks towards a man sat in the distance and strains her neck to the right and nods slightly. The man leaves shortly after.
It's everything from the way she walks to the way she glances at people as she passes. My perception of people is never wrong, especially of women. It takes time to adapt, of course.
His skills are amazing. He's one of the world's best kept secrets.
I see. How long have you been like this for?
Natural. But I'm more than willing to teach the right people. I took Kyle under my wing, a lost team.
Try it for yourself, Em.
She spots a boy sat close to the group.
Okay, he's insecure. Has yet to have a relationship that doesn't involve verbal beatings.
Well, you could go further. The girl he has been with are pompous pricks. They look in the mirror and see themselves to the purest of souls. They slap on the makeup and gain this blinded arrogance. The slutty clothing portrays their slutty personalities. They go out with friends and become uncontrollable. They whore themselves out to the first person who notices them. He's been controlled by a female. That's what annoys me, controlled by a female. Pathetic.
Emily's face looks stunned. She glances around, showing signs of unease.
What's your most successful times to date?
Tell her. I love it.
Carl sits up, showing keen interest. Emily looks encouraged. She's aware this could be the moment. We see her pull a tape recorder from her pocket before lowering it to the floor. Flashback, interior, shop, night. A girl is sat at the table drinking coffee.
She was there, sat on the other side of the cafe. She smiled several times. The smile was warm and comforting. Then she stopped. She seemed awkward. She looked away.
Emily nods for him to carry on.
My body filled with rage, but I kept my dignity. I just looked away and carried on drinking. I knew what she was doing. I began to imagine the things I would do to her.
Carl grins.
What you did to her.
Don't. Eventually she got up and walked out. It was dark, the street was quiet. I just wanted to talk to her at first, get to know her and then manipulate her. But I saw her chance to go further, so I followed her.
Continued flashback, exterior street night. We see a girl walking slowly. An opening appears between the two buildings. Suddenly a man appears in a shot. He has a hood up and his face is not visible. He grabs the girl and forces her down the opening. She had her earphones.
That's John.
She had her earphones in and I was unaware of me following. I knew the street reasonably well and I had an idea where I'd make my move. I started to speed up.
Details. Tell us what happened again. I love this part.
I just went too far. I grabbed her and forced her down. Her face was facing the floor. I pulled her coat over her head. I grabbed her legs. She struggled for a while, but I eventually got her still enough to remove her pants. I was hard. Excitement took over. We made sadistic love.
Jack, you did all of that.
I took it too far. I just felt disgust. I woke up ill. I never intended to do that. You may say I lost control, but it was just temptation.
The girl walks past, stops and looks at the group. She opens her bag and looks at a book.
I spy a girl, another beautiful girl, another darling. She possesses that spark.
She's an attractive girl.
The same man Emily reacted to from earlier reappears close by.
So you found your next target?
I hate what I've done, but I have this urge to do it again. Someone needs to stop me.
The girl looks away and carries on walking. Shortly after, Jack gets up. He walks in the direction of the girl. Emily's male friend follows Jack. Jack has been held down after being arrested.
And PC Hartley and Jack Paul are arresting on suspicion of rape. You do not have to say anything, but it may harm your defence if you do not mention when questioned something, which may be later relied on in court. Anything you say may be given in evidence. Do you understand?
What do you think?
Interior investigating room. We see Jack sat at the table. He is looking straight at the camera as though talking to a police officer.
I'm not a bad person. I can't help the way I am. I struggle. And Jack helped me. I didn't want to end up like this. Jack said he was the only person who didn't see me as a waste of space. He said if I wanted a half-decent life, then I should stick with him.
What do you want, really? I mean, you've got the tape, the CCTV, you've got the evidence. Do you think I don't know?
We see different photographs of Emily going around her daily life.
The random nature of Emily bumping into Kyle at the bar, buying us bulk drinks, asking us about our lives, just appearing to be interested in Kyle. And today, the whole setup, a man undercover casually hanging around the park, appearing every so often to check on the whole process. The tape recorder, very discreetly hidden. And to think this is your job. I'd write must improve on your review. Do you have a complaints form? I've got a few issues with you lot. Have you ever thought that I may actually have wanted to be caught? I'm not stupid. I know I did wrong. I'm a narcissist. I looked it up. I like the control, you see, but I took it too far. It's not just about the sexual pleasure, it's just the control. Some people need a bit of control in their lives. I'll put some control into these mindless thugs. Stick me into a cell with a real nutcase. Give me a challenge, I'm helping you lot. Out really. I'll show you exactly what I mean.
Prison cell. We see a dark room which has a section slightly lit by the light outside. We can hear a scuffle and an argument taking place. Two unknown bodies are brawling and move across the screen several times before Jack falls towards the lit section. The camera zooms in on the body. Music plays.